Good morning. It is bright and early today.
Yes.
Before 9 o'clock, we're getting ready to head out on the road because today is
Pig Day.
Big Day. Are you excited?
So excited.
So we got about
Nope, just so excited.
so excited. We got about a 3-hour drive, maybe a little shorter, maybe a little longer, to go to the farm where we're going to get these up around the middle of the state of Michigan, somewhere up in this region. So we'll meet you guys there in a couple hours.
All right, I can't wait. We got to get some hay to put in the back of the truck.
All right, cool. So we made it.
We made it to Sweetbriar Farm.
About 3.5 hour trip.
Hold on, just show them that view. Look at that. Oh my gosh, so gorgeous. The sweet Chelsea and Mike had us out.
Kelsey.
Sorry.
Yep.
Kelsey and Mike. She reached out to me when I was thinking I wanted to raise Tamworths this year. And she's like, hey, we happen to raise them and they're in Michigan. So sign me up. I'm here. We just got to meet Mom and Dad Pig and aunties, and we're ready to go see the babies now.
Have you heard of hybrid vigor? So it's this thing that happens when you cross any two purebred animals. It doesn't matter if it's pigs, cows, dogs, horses. Any purebred gene pool has a level of inbreeding to it. And when you cross two populations, you get this advantage where there's more genetic diversity, and that makes the babies bigger, healthier, stronger. They just do better. And when we've seen it with our litters too. We've got 2 pure Tamworth sows. We breed to our Tamworth boar, and then we also breed our Tamworth boar to our Hereford sow, who must be in one of the hutches. But the Hereford Tamworth cross piglets have always been bigger, they grow faster, they just seem, like they're just juiced up and ready, like to do life, whereas the Tamworths do well too, but they just grow a little more slowly, and we have had more losses from the Tamworth litters too. So they're all great pigs, but as far as breeding goes, because I'd always wondered, why do so many people cross? Because there are a lot of cross piglets. And I think that's why that hybrid vigor makes a big difference for a meat animal.
Come on. This is the daddy.
Wow. Hey, that looks like good bacon. Yeah, that looks like good bacon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sally, our Herefords in this one right here.
Okay.
You can probably see her through that.
Yeah, look at that.
But
Yeah. Like a hot dog with meat.
So they call them the bacon breed because they do.
Yeah.
They are longer and they stay leaner. But if you raise them like you did like your other pigs at 6-7 months, they'll be 220 pounds hanging weight, but I don't think you get any extra bacon.
Okay, really?
If you probably like 10 months if you raise them out too, then you would have a little bit more length, but I mean, it's just how we talked about maybe trying to raise them out a little bit longer, but just to see, but we got Berkshires and the Hereford that we want to put in our freezer next. So, but like I said, we haven't had produced a bad piece of pork yet on our farm.
Good.
Short tail.
Yeah.
So I saved its life by accidentally ripping its tail.
Oh my goodness.
She was about to get crushed by her mom in between the wall
what
and
a good story.
And I grabbed it by the tail and not thinking it wasn't that strong.
Yeah.
But A lot of people
cute.
will trim pigtails anyways.
Yeah.
Well, commercial pigs will, but because they, chew on their tails or whatnot. But well, most of them. That's Whoopi.
Oh, that's funny.
The other one's Pop.
So here's the conundrum: feeding them as they age. Like, so I can't remember what it is because I only raise pigs every 2 years. But I know that there's rules that as they age, there's like you try to guess how much they weigh and you feed them so much. Now, feeding once a day, free choice feed, or feeding twice a day. Tell me, how do you guys feed and how do you monitor that feeding?
So we use a 16% protein feed from the time we wean them till the time we butcher them.
Okay.
A lot of people will start with a higher protein then move them down. But the 16% all the way through has worked for us. And we feed one of those Tractor Supply scoops.
Yeah.
We do twice a day, 1 scoop per pig.
From this age?
From this age on.
Every day? No matter what?
No matter what
age? Okay, interesting.
The only time we give, well, I guess at this age you can give them free choice and maybe cut them back, but they seem to do just fine. We raised a group of feeders over the winter, and it's definitely harder to put weight on them in the wintertime just because of the cold. But we had at 6 months they had a 190-pound average hanging weight, so it wasn't too bad.
No, that's not bad at all. I mean, and we just raise it for us, so that's why we go to 2 pigs a year, and it's plenty for us. Like, I mean, I'll be stretching it to make what's left last till these are harvested, but I don't know. So do you do kitchen scraps at all, or do you?
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
Yep. And we used to be able to get from a local market. They'd give us like their culled produce, so they'd call me up like, hey, we got a bunch of cantaloupes or something, and they'd just set it outside the back door, and I'd go pick it up.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was really nice, and they loved it. There was one day they had cantaloupes they'd left in their like refrigerated room, and it was like a 90-degree day in August. It just felt so good throwing the pigs these cold, juicy cantaloupes.
Right. Now, I've never raised the Tamworths, obviously. My red wattles did root, not much more than this, but they did root a little bit, but they also ate the grass down over the season. So are these good foragers on grass? And yes.
They are, yeah. And if you have the time and means to do it, rotational grazing type deal is definitely good for them.
Yeah.
I think they still need 70% of their diet to be the feed.
Okay.
But feed when we do twice a day feedings, they're always rooting through the grass and mud throughout the day, but or trying to stay cool in a mud hole. But we don't rotationally graze them during the summer just because we plant pumpkins and sweet corn and whatnot.
Sure.
So, and it's too much work.
Right. Yeah.
I'd tell the same thing that I do to people that buy chickens from us is a coop chicken tastes just like a pasture chicken.
Yeah.
It's just less work.
Yeah.
But if you have the time and means to do it, then.
All right. Well, we're gonna give it our best. Yeah. I think. We'll give it our best. It doesn't sound like much more than I was doing differently last time.
I wonder if the way you have your pigs cut up and processed makes a difference.
Really?
So we found when I asked them to save lard for me to render, then the sausage was drier.
Really?
And I think our last pig you had the shoulders put into sausage too, which is a richer cut of meat. Okay. And that made the sausage, I think, like a lot more
dry.
No, juicy and succulent.
Okay.
So if you put those fattier parts of the pig into the sausage, rather than having them taken out in different cuts, that might make a difference.
That's good
in
advice.
whether your meat's dry or not.
Yeah, and then we've thought about that too, whether or not it's just the way that we're butchering or the wiseness of the butcher to do it properly.
Trying different butchers out is a good thing to do too.
I judge the quality of pork by a pork chop.
Oh yes.
If you can have a nice juicy tender pork chop, then you did it right.
Right. Okay.
We've compared the Mangalitsa, Hereford, Tamworth, and store bought, and
I watched that video.
And the store bought. I mean, it
felt like meat in our mouths. nope, like it
There's
didn't
no
taste like
flavor.
anything. Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta chop them in there.
Okay. Who wants to come first?
Easy.
Not a squealer.
This won't scream like Bloody Murder now they said that.
And they just had to make a mud hole. I will get you. Come here. Climb over. Well,
You guys are familiar, they just take longer to
Yeah.
grow. So they're all now coming up on a year and a half old. So Roland, who's just peeking up over there, he started springing into action earlier this month.
Adorable. Oh my gosh.
I found an old water tank on Facebook Marketplace
That
and
is so cute.
had old fence boards and turned it into the Cooney Castle.
That is adorable.
And then
And
the-
look at what this chimney blew. That is great.
That's the Cooney cottage that was out of
Yeah.
an IBC tote.
Oh my, look at that with the chimney. So cute.
Oh, that's good, right? In Idaho, pasture pigs supposed to just be here.
They were the sweetest things.
Yeah.
Oh, so sweet. I could just lay down with them. Oh.
Cooney man.
So thank you, Mike, for loading them pigs up. They were a muddy mess. We still have to transport them or transfer them from your dog carrier into our dog carrier.
That's your job.
Hopefully it's big enough. We only had 2 dog carriers, a small one and a medium, so
We'll
That's what
see.
we brought,
They'll be
so-
nice and
They'll be
cuddly. Yeah. And Kelsey, thanks for all the knowledge just on raising pigs. I really appreciate it because I am trying to get better and trying to learn, and I'm definitely not too proud to ask to learn. So thanks for being willing to share how you do what you do. And guys, this is a beautiful, beautiful place. They said that their homestead was built in the 1880s, just 4 years away from where our homestead was built. And it's so beautiful. They have a ton going on here. Greenhouses, raising chickens, coonies, fainting goats, Nigerian dwarfs, Nubians, cattle, Jerseys, Dexters, you name it, pigs galore. Come and check out Sweetbriar Farm. If you're not subscribed to their channel, really encourage you to do so. And if you're local to the West Branch area in Michigan, Pinckney, all this beautiful land up here, it's worth the drive. They do you pick pumpkins.
Well,
No, not you
Not
pick.
you
not,
pick.
not you
Not
pick,
you pick.
but
Farm stand pumpkins.
farm stand pumpkins.
And
yep.
farm stand produce in front of their home, and it's worth the visit for sure.
yep, we will.
Facebook page too, right?
Yes.
So we'll link all their links below. It was worth the drive. I had an amazing day.
Yeah.
Aw, thank
Very
you so
cool.
much for coming up,
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
Absolutely.
I don't know that I'm gonna come up next year though if gas is still this much money.
Well, next year you'll have to try Berkshire or Hereford or something
Okay,
different.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
the rainbow.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys on the next video.
Take as much as you want.